out in front there on the lawn. And I went out there and had a picture taken with me and my cousin, Artis Munson. And she was a little older than I was, but not too much. And I remember standing there by that rose and looking at her while we was taking the picture.
Do you know where this picture is? How did you take pictures in those days?
We had the camera.
Did you have a camera? You had everything pretty much first in Circleville, didn't you? Your family? Tell us about the first car that your family owned.
I don't know what first car was. I think it was a Ford. I don't know whether it was a V8 or I think it was a V8, but I'm not sure. Maybe it was a V6. It got us to Richfield and back.
Didn't your dad have one of the first cars ever in Circleville?
I think he one of the first tractors in Circleville.
Tractors.
Yeah, it was. All the wheels were running about that high. And him and my brother George could back under it. It had spokes. They'd get a hold of them spokes and raise the tire off the ground about that far.
They were pretty strong.
But George could take that 100-pound lead weight and go up there 4 or 5 times with that before he had to set it down. And then we just kept getting a piece off and melting it for something. Till it was all good. I think we kept 2 lead balls that we made out of kind of a mold and poured that in it, let it set. And, I don't know, I say weighed probably 5 pounds apiece.
I know there's a story about your sisters babysitting you and your shoes. They would take your one shoe off.
Oh, I can't have the one. I can't wear my feet or walk on the ground. All I can do is walk on the cement. I could get along fine. Well, the sisters knew that, so they took one shoe off, and I'd go down the sidewalk, cross over down the sidewalk, like that. That's why they let me to keep me from running away.
Because you liked to give your sisters grief, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I like tease then, I still do. I guess that's where all my grandkids get from.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Which sister were you closest to?
Probably Zoe.
Tell us why.
Well, we used to go up to Idaho every summer, and I'd go pick her up, and we'd go up there and spend a week with Zelda and Cora up there. And we done things together. We made rhubarb jelly and jam. And we had some currant bushes, little red currants, and we'd pick them and make jelly out of them too. Man, that was good.
Your sisters were all good cooks too, weren't they?
Yeah. Yeah. Mother taught them well.
What about the brothers? Could they cook?
Huh?
Could your brothers cook?
Ray took a little course in cooking when he went to school. But after that he didn't ever cook. I don't think that I ever knew. Norma done all the cooking. They was cleaning the canal one spring before we got the water in it. And a little fawn just oh, 2 or 3 days old. So we caught it and brought it home. And we kept it in a pen for quite a while. And finally, they had a dog. And him and that dog was the best friends. Wherever the dog was, you could see the deer.
Really?
Wherever they went, why, if you could see one, the other was close by.
Did you feed it with a bottle? How did you raise it? Or was it
On
able
a bottle.
To, on a bottle?
Bottle with milk.
Huh.
Yeah. But he grew up, it got to be a 2-point buck. And Nora was in the kitchen cooking dinner. And the little fella come up the window, could see her in there, so he just jumped through the window. Let behind her, she scared her to death.
Oh.
Could imagine what was going on.
Was there a glass window?
Yeah. Oh, he just glided and jumped right straight to it.
Did it cut him?
But when he grew up, well, they butchered his meat.
No. Oh, man. Do you remember the little deer that you brought home when I was young?
Yeah, I and Reed Sellers caught him. We was up in Snowbank country. And we see it. Reed says, let's catch that little devil. So he ran up the creek a ways, jumped down in, and I come up the creek. We cornered him, caught him, brought him home.
I remember him. Do you remember what he liked to eat?
Well, he'd eat just about anything.
Do you remember what his name was?
Bambi, I believe we called him Bambi.
And then we named him Peanuts. Remember why? He loved peanuts.
What did he? But I know when him and the dog was running, why, he went to jump the fence and got his feet cut.
Peanuts did, yeah. And he was a spike when he was...
He was a 2-point.
Was he with 2.2? Okay.
Yeah. And I believe they just took him in the eve too, after I dressed him out, because he was fat.
Now you told us about the cat you had when you were little and it lived till you got home from the service. Did you have any dogs?
Yeah, we had dogs. They didn't bother one another.
Did you like dogs?
Oh, I had dogs, but I kind of liked them. I had a little red dog that I learned to climb a ladder. We used to have a ladder against the haystack to get up on top, get the hay. We had a scythe. We'd cut the hay down, and we'd pitch it off into the wagon and take it, feed it to the cattle. And then we got, when we didn't do that, what to do it that way, yeah, we got a baler and baled it then and hauled it. Stacked it up in the yard there, and then I just went along one side, cut a bale and kicked it off into the manger.
And you taught the dog to climb the ladder?
Yeah, he beat me up. When he knew where I was going, well, he'd be on top of the ladder, hey, waiting for me. Yeah, he was quite a little dog. You could send him after a cow just as far as he could see if you just go like that.
He knew that was a symbol to go get the cow.
That was a signal for him to go on.
And he'd go get the cow and bring it back?
And he'd come back.
With the cow?
No, he'd take him out there and let him feed. Then at night we'd turn them out in the yard to go wherever they want to lay down, where it was a little drier. And in the morning we'd just go to the bars and say, go get the cows. And he'd go through the herd, and if one of them drives in there, they better be getting to the fence to get into the gate, because he just like that on
He'd
their
nip at
back
'em?
heels. He had blood running on him too. He got blood every time he nipped him.
Oh, really?
And boy, it didn't take him long when he told him to, when I told him to go get the dries. It didn't take him long till them dries knew they better get back out of the trail.
Huh? Do you remember his name?
I can't remember his name. Kind of want to call him Peppy, but I don't think that was his name.
How old would you have been when you had this dog?
Huh?
How old would you have been when you were doing this with the cattle and the dog?
Well, I was probably 15, 16 years old. Yeah, we had a lightning storm there one night, and I was up on the haystack to get the hay. And it was dark, it was just getting dark. And the lightning struck up to Albert Nace and set his haystack on fire. It burned his haystack up on all the trails.
Oh.
And they got some insurance, they had some money. But then there was a circus came to town. They had all these games for money, you know, you had to buy. And they gambled it all away.